Hi everyone, it's Lauren at Crafty Hippie. Today we're making a magical mermaid card using the Magical Mermaid stamp set from Stampin Up. The sentiment that I chose for this card is Dream Big, and this is one that I made before. This is the lovely Pineapple Punch, and I made one previously with the Blueberry Bushel as the frame. Today we're going to be using the Call Me Clover, which is the green, and I'm going to use slightly different colours, but the same layout. So it's a really easy card. There's just a little bit of fussy cutting and obviously the colouring, which takes a little bit of time. So yeah, it's quite a long card, so we'll crack on. So first off, I'm going to stamp my mermaid in some Memento ink. This is a dye-based ink, so basically when you're colouring it in, it's not going to run or smudge. Sorry, you can probably hear my whole desk moving as I do that. I think this has to be one of my favourite Stampin' Up sets of all time. Although it's just a mermaid and a few other stamps, I've used it so much and actually it never gets boring. If you make sure that your backgrounds and your mermaid's tail are different, then you can use this time and time again and create some amazing cards. Okay, so my background, my frame is green, so I think I might be a bit different and do blue weeds and a different colour for the Dream Big. So let's do the weeds first. I'm just trying to think this through because although I've got a design here that I've done before, I haven't done it with these colours, so I'm just doing this off the top of my head, how I think it will look nice. And I love this Blueberry Bushel. I think it's one of my favourite colours. I'm not a blue girl usually, but I think this is such a gorgeous shade. Now, as you can see, I've stamped that and it isn't exactly perfect, but it doesn't matter. It's a handmade card, and once it's all layered up, you're not even going to notice that. It's the thing I love about making handmade cards, is that, you know, they're all so different and unique, and that's the beauty of it. Okay, so just clean that and put that aside. Okay, so the Dream Big, I've got a green frame, blue weeds. It needs to be dark enough that we can read it. If you see on this one, I did actually sort of stagger the weeds so that the sentiment didn't have any behind it. I've done this one a bit different. I used some post-it notes for that. This time I've not bothered. I wanted the weeds to be all the same height. So the colour, right, I think we're going to go for Lovely Lipstick, although it looks a little bit like red almost. I think we're going to go for that one. And yeah, this is some of the fiddly fussy cutting, because I did actually cut out every letter. So I've stamped them all at once, but then I'm going to cut them out and stick them on individually. So let's put those aside. Whoops. And then we can get on with colouring our mermaid. So, I think I'm going to do her hair Grapefruit Grove. I'm just picking up the colour with my blender pen. That looks quite orange actually where I've done that, but we can just sort of blend the colour out. I don't know if you can hear that droning in the background, but outside there sounds to be like a bomber, like an aeroplane, like a Spitfire or something. I don't know what that's all about. I can just hear it droning in the background. I don't know if you could hear that on the video. So obviously you could spend loads of time doing this tail and colouring it and blending it so it all looks really nice. I'm sort of doing this as quick as I can really for the purpose of the video, but if you take some time and some care, then you can make that look really lovely. I've not done a good job there, so oh, it doesn't matter. There we go, you get the idea. I think we're going to give her a blue headband, even though it's probably going to take some of the definition out because it's quite a strong colour. I think we'll do that to sort of blend in with the weeds. And I think we'll start her tail off as blue as well. Some Call Me Clover, which is that lovely green, which is my favourite. And then I'm going to do a small bit of yellow, which is the Pineapple Punch. I'll blend that all in. There we go. So quickly cut out my mermaid, fussy cut her out. Okay, so we've nearly cut out our mermaid. I like to do a little bit around the hair, just to give it some definition. Okay, move those bits aside, and then I need to cut out the sentiment and stick that down, which is Dream Big. So again, a bit fiddly, a bit time consuming, but apart from that, it's actually a really simple card to make and looks really nice and effective. I love the sentiment Dream Big. It's just so positive. Obviously try not to lose your letters when you cut them out. They do tend to ping everywhere. Oops. Oh, that really hurts my hands. Oops, and I've nearly lost one of the letters. Cutting out a little star now, which is a little bit fiddly, so I'm trying not to bend it out of shape. Okay, so we have our sentiment. So I think first things first, I'm going to stick down my piece of cardstock so that that's secure, so that I don't bend any of the bits that I'm sticking on top. So if we get this bit done, then we can just start sticking everything on top of that, and then we'll attach it to the card base with some dimensionals. Okay, so I just need to find my eraser rubber because I have got glue everywhere. Oops. Oh, it's all going wrong today. Okay. So, dream big. So the way I did this was I got some liquid glue, which is the Tombow multi-purpose, which is really good. I never ever thought I would say that about a liquid glue, but I absolutely love this one. I stopped using liquid glue many years ago because it just makes everything wet and crinkle, but this stuff's amazing. Oops. So this is going to be the fiddly bit for me. Oh dear. Oh, it's so frustrating. To be honest, having a disability is a real pain in the backside. I just can't do the things I used to. I do talk about it a lot on here, but I think it's important to talk about it. People don't see the struggles sometimes. You know, you might not see from this what I'm doing that I'm really struggling to do this. Okay, so dream big. And then a little blob for the star. And then let's put our mermaid on. Some pearls. She's off to the sea. She's under the sea after all. And I'm not sure if we should go for gold or silver. What do we think? Or what about even a mixture? No, let's go for the gold ones. Let's put one there. Let's get rid of some of this glue. One there. One there. One there, and I think one more over here. And then we're going to pop that up on some dimensionals and we're done. Okay, so as always, the supplies that I've used are in the comments below, and I absolutely love it if you guys leave me comments and ask questions and chat about crafting. It's lovely to hear, you know, if I'm getting it right or you're enjoying my videos or what you'd like to see next. And there we have our Dream Big Magical Mermaid card. Thanks for watching.